Good morning, students. We are on chapter 2 of part 2, that is accounting for debentures. In this lecture, we are going to take three small topics. Out of that, one topic will be the fourth method of redemption of debentures, which is conversion of debenture into shares. Along with that, we will also consider redemption of debentures by different consideration theory part, and also the last topic, the difference between debentures and shares. So our topic for these lectures are fourth method, that is conversion of debentures into shares, that is fourth method of redemption of debentures, and then we will also know about redemption by different consideration, and finally we will talk about the difference between shares and debenture. Let us start with the fourth method, conversion of debentures into shares. Friends, sometimes debentures are issued with the precondition that after a fixed period of time, which is also pre-decided, debentures will be converted either in equity shares or preference shares. So this is called conversion of debentures into shares. That means after completion of that period, those debentures will be converted into equity shares or premium or preference shares. Okay. Fourth method, we are on conversion of debentures into shares. This is a method of redemption of debentures where debentures can be redeemed by issue of shares in lieu of debentures. As per the terms of issue of debentures, a company can issue its equity or preference shares in lieu of debentures to the debenture holders. When debentures are converted into shares, the following journal entries are passed. Debentures account debit to debenture holders. This is the entry which we pass to redeem the debentures. And then debenture holders account debit to equity share capital account or to preference share capital account. So it's very simple to learn, friends. There is change only in the entry of payment where we used to credit bank. So here instead of crediting bank, either equity share capital or preference share capital will be credited. Moreover, friends, these share capital, equity or preference may be issued at premium. So if they are issued at premium, then along with share capital, security premium will also be credited. That's it. Let us talk about redemption of debentures by different consideration. A company normally redeem its debentures by cash payment to the debenture holders at the time of redemption of debentures. This we have seen. However, sometimes instead of paying cash or for the redemption of debentures, the company might give consideration other than cash to debenture holders. So friends, instead of cash, company may give consideration other than cash. What can be that consideration? For example, issue of new share or new debentures as a consideration to debenture holders. Thus, the amount due on redemption of debentures can be discharged by different consideration. For this, necessary terms should be mentioned at the time of issue of debentures. So, friends, suppose for the payment of debenture holder is done by issuing new shares to them only, or by issuing new debentures to them only. This is called redemption of debentures by different consideration. In this, debentures which are old debentures, they are taken back or and against that new debentures or sometime new shares are given to the debenture holders as a payment. Okay, and again these debentures or shares may be issued at a premium, and debentures can be issued at a discount also. So accordingly accounting treatment is given. This all we will see in sum number 29, which is the last sum of our exercise. Friends, let us talk about the last topic of theoretical portion, that is difference between shares and debentures. Difference between share and debenture. Point of distinction: share and debenture. First point, type of capital. Share capital is a ownership capital. So share is a capital showing ownership and is called ownership security. A shareholder is considered to be an owner of company, as an owner of company. Debenture is borrowed capital. It is called creditorship security, and the debenture holder is a creditor of the company. So friends, simply shareholder are the owner of the company and debenture holders are the creditor of the company. Share capital is a uh, ownership capital or ownership security, and debenture is a borrowed capital or creditorship security. Second point, certainty of return. So friends, in share there is no certainty of return. Even though there is a profit, it will be declared as dividend only if director recommends. So without recommendation of directors, dividend is not given whether there is profit or not. But debenture holders are to be paid interest whether there is profit or not, as it is a expense of the firm. So, certainty of return: no return will be available to the shareholders if the company does not make any profit. Moreover, even if the company makes a profit, dividend will be paid to the shareholders only if the board of directors recommend the dividend. Thus, there is no surety of return. Debenture holders are to be paid interest as per the term of issue of debenture, irrespective of the fact whether the company makes profit or loss. Okay, then charge on security. Charge on security we have discussed in theory, that means the mortgaging something to a bill. Here, share being the ownership security, the company has not to offer any security against this. So share capital is not obtained by mortgaging anything or without any charge to security. Share capital is obtained, but debentures may be obtained by charging any security or asset. Debenture being creditorship security, the company is generally required to create a fixed or floating charge on asset. We have already discussed about fixed and floating charge when we have discussed the important point of debentures. So you may go through that video also. Next, rights. Friends, shareholders are having rights of vote. Debenture holders are not having any right of vote to take part in administration of company. Okay, why? Because shareholders are the owner and debenture holders are the creditor. The shareholders have a right to take part in administration of the company and have voting right. Debenture holders do not have voting right or right to take part in the administration of company. Next, restriction on issue at discount. Friends, shares cannot be issued at discount. Debentures can be issued at discount. In shares, there is one type which is sweat equity shares. You have learned about this in the chapter of share capital. So, except sweat equity shares cannot be issued at discount as per Companies Act 2013, but debentures can be issued at discount. Next point, convertibility. We know that shares cannot be converted into debentures, but debentures can be converted into shares. Depends upon the terms of issue of debenture. So shares cannot be converted into debentures. So this type of shares cannot be issued. Debentures can be converted into converted into shares, so this type of debentures can be issued. For redemption, a company is not required to return share capital during its lifetime. Generally, proceeds of debentures are to be repaid after a fixed period. So, simply shares are redeemed never, but debentures are issued for a fixed period. So, after that period, they are redeemed. And at the time of liquidation, in case of liquidation or winding up of a company, the shareholders are paid any sum only if any amount is left after paying all outside liability. So when company goes into liquidation, company does shareholder get something only if anything is left after paying all outside liability. That means first of all outside liabilities are paid off, and then if anything left from that, shareholders get something, right? But in case of liquidation of company, in case of debenture holders, they are paid in priority to shareholders. Means before paying anything to shareholders, all the debenture holders are paid off. Okay, the reason is only that debenture is outside liability and shareholders are the owner. Okay, friends. So this was all about difference between shares and debentures. Thank you.